I'm getting sick and tired of people saying that you can't right-click on a Mac, specifically a MacBook Pro. They see that there's just one trackpad surface and one button, so they automatically assume, incorrectly might I add, that you can't, quote-unquote, right-click. Nor is there any mechanism for scrolling, right? Wrong. It's a myth. And let me show you how to bust through this myth. And it's not just using hand gestures wildly in front of a computer screen. No. We're going to open the system preferences here. And the equivalent of that in Windows is, of course, the control panel. I'm going to zoom in closer, just so you can get a good hard look at what I'm talking about. This is the keyboard and mouse. Single click once. And here I can tweak the keyboard, trackpad, Bluetooth, keyboard shortcuts. Yeah, you can actually configure keyboard shortcuts. I'm going to go over to the trackpad tab. I'm going to keep the tracking speed right in the middle-ish. Double-click speed right at the top-ish. And down here, I've got trackpad gestures. Use 2 fingers to scroll. That's right. If you want to scroll on a web page or in an application, you use 2 fingers up and down or side to side, anywhere on the trackpad. You can allow for horizontal scrolling or, of course, turn that off. This is how I zoomed in to the screen. I held on to Control and scrolled. This is the section where you need to turn on in order to get the right-click functionality. Specifically, clicking, dragging, tap trackpad using 2 fingers for secondary click. I don't know why they said secondary click, because most people would think of it as a right click. That's essentially what they're talking about, using that second mouse button. So now that I've turned that on, over here on the desktop, with 2 fingers, I can tap, and look at that. I've got my context menu, just like you can in any operating system. There's no such... You can do a control click if you want to. You're insane. You're absolutely insane to do that, because it's so much easier to use 2 fingers. In fact, it's so easy that now when I use a PC that doesn't let me scroll with 2 fingers, horizontally or vertically, or that doesn't let me right-click by using 2 fingers on the touchpad, the trackpad, I go insane. You get used to it so fast. It's so convenient. You'll have it no other way. So the next time someone says to you, "Oh, you can't right-click with the Mac," ball up your fingers, make a fist, and say, "Listen, you, I watched a video, and this guy showed me that it was possible. And I saw it on the internet, so it must be true." And if you want to, you can, use that fist to, I don't condone violence at all. So I'm going to scroll out again, nice and simple. I've got right-click functionality inside of my Mac. Now let's say you like a mouse. Okay, you can plug any mouse into this. It supports USB. It supports Microsoft mice. It's just another computer. So stop spreading the myth. If you do, I'm going to hunt you down. I will. And I will likely, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. So anyway, if you have any other Mac myths that we can possibly bust through in future videos where I can gesticulate wildly in front of the computer screen, I'd appreciate it. You need to leave a follow-up comment in the thread, or you could also email me, chris@perillo.com, or you can swing by the chat room. Of course, it won't do you any good if you're talking with your hands, because you have to use your fingers on the keyboard unless you use a voice-to-text translation tool on your computer. We love you whether you use Windows, the Mac, Linux, FreeBSD. Doesn't matter. We take all kinds in our chat room, live, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.perillo.com. We'll see you later.